There is no other place in the world like our city. We're unique, vibrant, and a little unexpected. We're so much more than sand, surf, and sports. We're for telling local tales, unearthing hidden gems, and sharing the stories of spectacular people. As a young city in transformation, the best is yet to come. We are Gold Coast.
Test. Good afternoon and welcome to the Queensland State Triples Championship held here at Broadbeach Bowls Club. Apologies for the delay. We had another little technical issue with power this afternoon, but we've got the power back on deck now. So we're just here for round 3 of our men's State Triples Championship. We've just got a little bit of light showers coming through at the moment. We've just had a few issues this morning with a couple of cameras getting some water in them from yesterday afternoon, so we have 2 cameras still operational. One of them, unfortunately, is not a one that we can zoom in or move without doing manual. So one end we've got the normal cameras. The other end we may have to move manually if there's jack movement, etc. So we've just got to get the updated score for this game at the moment. They've played a number of ends already, but we've got Jason Bartz versus Phil Brandon. So after 8 ends, we're Phil Brandon leading 7-2 over Jason Bartz. Currently in this section, Phil Brandon's played 2 games and won 1, lost 1, and they have a margin of 15. And Jason Bartz has played 2 and lost 2, so he's got a minus 24 margin at the moment. So Scott Franklin's winning the section. He's played 2 and won 2, so he's in the box seat. He's playing Alan Harrison on the next rink in the final round. If Scott Franklin has a win, he'll go through as the section winner. Phil Brandon will be looking to have a big win here and be hoping that Scott Franklin's team falters in the last. So in the teams leading for Jason Bartz, we have Aaron Walls, and Andrew Hay playing with Jason Bartz. And with Phil Brandon, we have Darren Black and Mark Spring up front. See Andrew Hay on the mat now from the Pine Rivers Bowls Club. Jason Bart's team, 3 are all from Club Pine Rivers. Phil Brandon and Mark Spring are both from Musgrave Hill Bowls Club. I'm just not sure about the third player, what club he's from, Darren Black. Maybe Tweed Heads by the look of his hat. So see a good shot there from Andrew Hay. Still 1 shot to Phil Brandon though. I was just indicating on the crossover. We must thank Nick Fisher and Image Property for their sponsorship of our state men's triples and the women's triples. Image Property have been a sponsor last year of this event and also were a sponsor of the Mixed Pairs Championships held the last few days. So we thank Nick Fisher and Image Property. So if you're looking for an agent to to list your property or to buy, give Nick a call. We'd also like to thank Major Events Gold Coast for their support of this event and the District Sides Championships, which was leading into this. As we see a great shot here from Phil Brandon, front hopper, great shot. It's made 2. I would also like to thank Broadbeach Bowls Club for hosting all our state championships, including all the finals. We'll be live streaming each day, courtesy of the Bowls Gold Coast Tweed media team, Robbie Allen. We thank you for your great live streaming once again. He's been tested today with a few camera issues. A bit of water in some of the cameras yesterday afternoon. It's just played up with them a little bit, so we're just trying to get those fixed. And his partner in crime, Brian Marshall's having a rest at the moment, so hope you're enjoying your break, Brian. So we've got Jason Bartz on the mat now on the attack. It's 2 down, looking for the jack. Needs a rub. Oh, he's got it. A little bit of luck. Might be close for shot now. Looks like Andrew Hayes favouring his bowl, the last bowl of Jason's. Well, not much in it. So it's 1 shot to Jason Bartz. Takes him to 3-7 after 9 ends. So we have 11 sections of men playing here today in the Bowls Queensland State Triples at Broadbeach Bowls Club. 6 of our teams after the sectional play. This is a 3rd and final section game this afternoon, and 6 of the teams will progress to a post-sectional game, which will be played as soon as we can following this game. So we've done pretty well. We've only had a couple of little showers of rain, and a lot of it's passed through the northwest of us, so we've been fortunate so far. So fingers crossed we can get it all, our post-sectional game, through this afternoon. Probably looking to start that around 3:45, 4 o'clock. So that'll be sections 6 to 11 have a post-sectional play. Sections 1 to 5 go straight through to our quarterfinals tomorrow here at Broadbeach Bowls Club. We have our women's triples playing at Musgrave Hill Bowls Club today. So they've got 7 sections playing up there, and those 7 section winners will come back to play at Broadbeach Bowls Club in their finals tomorrow. We see Aaron Wall on the mat now, just pushing a little bit tight. Wind is blowing across that hand, so we have a wide hand and a narrow hand, and it is a little bit coming from behind their backs too. If you just look over the heads of where they're bowling, that's out over to the ocean, so the wind is coming from the top right corner of the screen. A little bit of a tailwind, and also making that hand on the right of screen a little bit wider. See Andrew Hay on the mat now, close to the jack. Yeah, good shot. It's hung on for 1. Just got the right bounce off the navy blue bowls. Phil Brandon's team. So we've got Mark Spring on the mat now, playing the backhand, looking for a toucher himself, I would imagine. Tuck it around the corner, he could make 2. Oh, good track. Opportunity for Andrew play a similar bowl to his last, sit on his own or another toucher. Yeah, good attempt. Finished in a pretty good spot. Could be handy there. Little toucher from Mark Spring could make 2. His line was good with his last, just needs to correct his weight. It's pretty close here. Oh, I got the perfect little feather. Yeah, good shot. So we just got a fixed camera here. While 2 of our cameras are in maintenance, we've got a fixed camera here at the moment. So we'll just take away the graphics so we can see. It looks pretty close for shot there at the moment. So we've got Phil Brandon on the mat now, playing the forehand. It's close for shot. He's got a good opportunity here to sit the maroon bowl or trailer jack. He just pushed it wide. That is the tight hand there. So just got caught wide. Can't afford to get too wide on that hand. I noticed from the games earlier, a few bowls got caught just fighting against the breeze. As you can see, this one fighting the breeze a little bit. Weight was good. So Phil Brandon, 1 maybe 2 seconds. Could get both of those bowls if he gets the right angle. Make at least 2. Just needs to bend. Oh, good try. So we're going to have a measure. Just a little light shower coming across now again. We've just been on the edge of a few of these showers luckily this afternoon, so fingers crossed they don't develop into too much more. So it was actually 1 to Phil Brandon. He had the shot already, but he could have made 2 or 3 if he had got that bowl out, but 1 shot to Phil Brandon takes him to 8-3 after 10 ends. So I mentioned our women's triples playing up at Musgrave Hill this afternoon. I've got some results up there at the moment of who's leading the section. So section 1, we have Jacinta Weir in front there at the moment. And they're doing battle with Deanne Robinson is running second. So going into that last game. And we have... Jacinta Weir's playing Jenny Blundell. So Jacinta Weir winning the section at the moment. Section 2, Gail Waitai's undefeated so far, the only team with 2 wins, so she's in the box seat going into the last round. Section 3, Sue Brady, who was runner-up in our mixed pairs yesterday, leading the section, but they're also playing against another 2-game winner in Susan Jardine, so... they've got a good battle on their hands playing for the section in the last round there, Sue Brady and Sue Jardine. Section 4, we've got Susan Kington, the only undefeated team after 2 rounds going into the last, so they're on the box seat. Section 5, we have Charmaine Sleeman and Bronwyn Torrens both on 2 wins, so they're also doing battle in the last round to see who wins the section through to our quarterfinals tomorrow. Section 6, we have Marie Gibbs, undefeated after 2 rounds. They're the only undefeated team heading into the last round. And then in our last section, we've got a section of 3, and we've got 2 teams that have won 1 out of 1 playing off in the last game. So the winner out of Bolivia Millerick and Julie Rick's game in the last round will progress to tomorrow's quarterfinals. They're all just pushing up into the wind at the moment. There's a good shot here. So the first, it's just a little bit of a wide hand, and they're going into the breeze on that forehand, so it can get a little bit tricky if you don't get the breeze right. But Andrew Hayes found it. And Jason Bartz ring, drawing the shot. Holding 2 there now. No, 1, sorry. So we see a great shot there from Mark Spring. Perfect weight, just set it out clean to hold 1. So Andrew Hay on the mat now. He'll be looking to play a similar shot to Mark just played. Sit the bowl, trail the jack back to his own. He's played good weight. Pretty good attempt. Finished in a good home too, so got at least 1, maybe 2 seconds now. So in this section I mentioned earlier, Scott Franklin is undefeated on 2 wins on the rink next door. I see Scott just in a black jacket on the rink next door from the Burleigh Heads Bowls Club. They're in the box seat after 2 games, undefeated. And Phil Brandon's second in the section. So Phil will be looking to get some margin and hoping Scott may falter on the rink next door. So Phil Brandon holding 1 here at the moment. Jason Bartz looking to try and trail a jack back to his own. Probably just not quite enough weight to get under there to get to the jack. Probably need a little bit more weight to hold up on that wide hand. Phil Brandon's last attempt trying to make 2. Pushed a little bit narrow. So Jason Bartz with the final bowl of the end. Just needs to sneak under that bowl. Oh, very good try. If he missed that bowl, he was pretty close. So 1 more to Phil Brandon takes him to 8-3 after 10 ends. Let's go through some of the men's sections now. So we've got section 1. We have a section of 3 because we had a pull out this morning. So we've got 2 one-game winners doing battle in the last game, which is Robert Creswell and Max Vitorali. So they're doing battle for the section there in section 1. Section 2, we have Aaron Sheriff undefeated after 2 rounds, so he's in the box seat. He's playing Jim Wise in the last round, who's running second. So Aaron's margin's only 2 over Jim, so if Jim can win, he could pinch the section. So the winner out of that game will most likely win the section. Section 3, we have Jacob Nelson undefeated after 2 rounds. So he's in the box seat going into the last round with a pretty handy margin. So they would have to get beaten by a fair bit in the last round to not progress. We see a good shot here. Oh, a bit unlucky. Gave it a bit of a chance. Slipped through the hole. I thought he had a little bit of the jack. Just snuck past. So we've just got Darren Black on the mat now. Played a good one with his first. Just got caught wide with that wind blowing across that hand. Section 4, we have Des Can Jr. He's won 2 out of 2, so he's the only undefeated team going into the last round in the box seat. In Section 4, Section 5, Ryan Burnett is the only undefeated team there, so he's got a pretty good margin too going into the last round. Section 6, which is the start of our sections that need to play a post-sectional game. So section 6 to 11 winners will play a post-sectional game this afternoon around 3:30, 4 o'clock. So Gary Laws in the box seat there, only undefeated team after 2 rounds. Section 7, Sean Ingham, only undefeated team after 2 rounds there. So, and very, very handy margins, so hard to see them not progressing through. We have Ray Glasser leading Section 8 with the only undefeated team there as well with 2 wins. See a pretty good shot coming in here from Andrew Hay. Little touch up. Oh, he's just ducked away. He's probably still 2 down. Pretty good shot though. Section 9, we had Sean Baker on the live stream earlier, only undefeated team in that section. Section 10, Rodney Wood, 1 2 out of 2 there, the only 2-game winner. And as mentioned earlier, this is our Section 11 playing off here with Scott Franklin on the rink next door, the only 2-game winner. See Mark Spring on the mat here. Good line, just dropping short. A little bit in the eye of Andrew Hay. Wasn't too far away with his first one, Andrew. Just needs to correct his line a little bit. Probably still 2 down. It's going to be a bit unlucky. Wasn't too far away. It was unfortunate. Probably turned it into 3 shots. We've got quite a bit of breeze here blowing in off the ocean at the Broadbeach Bowls Club. It's sort of blowing from the top right-hand corner of the screen down to the bottom left corner as you look at the screen. So the wide hand, Phil Brandon just lining up now on the wider hand. A little bit of a tail breeze as well from that end. Just pinched a little bit tight. Jason Bartz on the mat now from the Pine Rivers Bowls Club. He's on the attack here. He's got a few options. Well, he's got 1 out, maybe 2. He's got 2 shots out, so only 1 down now. Went from 3 down to 1 down, so he was in the area. So I'd be happy to at least get a couple out. So we're looking over 2 or 3 seconds now too. Phil Brandon will be needing to get another one in there. He's done a good line. And the wind just got him a little bit there. Jason's going to come down the backhand now, look to sit the bowl through or trail a jack. They've got a couple of bowls waiting there, the blue and white bowls. She's given a good chance. Yeah, he's good weight. Just pinched it a little bit tight. So 1 more to Phil Brandon. Takes him to 9-3 after 11 ends. So we're playing 18 ends here in our 3rd round of the Bowls Queensland State Men's Triples Championships. We're playing with sections of 4, 3 rounds of sectional play. Sections 1 to 5 advance to the quarterfinals tomorrow. Sections 6 to 11 playoff in a post-sectional game this afternoon, roughly around 4 o'clock. Hopefully the weather holds off. We've had a couple of little showers come through, but we've been fortunate. A lot of the rain's slipped sort of to the northwest of where we are here at Broadbeach Bowls Club, so fingers crossed keeps staying out in that region. See another good starter there from Darren Black. I'd like to thank the partners of Bowls Queensland, the Queensland Government, Mullins Lawyers, BCIB Insurance Brokers and Ace at Sport. Thank you for their ongoing support for many years of Bowls Queensland, and also our event sponsors here today, Nick Fisher from Image Property, Major Events Gold Coast, and also the Broadbeach Bowls Club for being a wonderful host. So we thank all our sponsors. Image Property and Nick Fisher giving away a set of bowls the last couple of days, last few days. They sponsored the mixed pairs and also the triples. So they're giving away a set of bowls for anyone free to enter if they're at the club, as we see a great shot there from Aaron Wall, drawn a toucher. Nick Fisher's also offering $5,000 marketing packages for anyone who lists a property with him up until the end of the financial year, which is a great added bonus for anyone listing their property with Nick. So if you're looking to list your property, give Nick a call. Just got caught a little bit wide there, Mark Spring, on the narrow hand. Just looking to try and come down, sit the bowl, trail the jack. Is the tight hand to the right of screen, so seen a number of bowls get caught there. See Andrew Hay just playing it too. Can't see that one coming back. It'll get stuck out there. Weight was pretty good though. Sure, he would have been trying to trail the jack first. They need to play a fairly tight line here, Mark Spring. Yeah, it's a good try. Thanks to Phil Powell just correcting me there. Andrew Hayes actually leading and Andrew Wall is second for Jason Bartz. So thank you for that. I've just been going by our sheet which had them around the other way, so thank you for that correction. Must commend all the players here today. They've got on with the business. It hasn't been easy with the wind and a few showers of rain, but players have all got into it. Phil Brandon's on a good line here. Yeah, great shot. Little touch of the jack. It's made, looks like at least one. Good shot there from Phil Brandon. Played that more direct weight straight at the target. The wind held him straight on line. A little bit unlucky there. Jason Bartz turned him in for another one. It's at least two now. Phil Brandon. Jason was trying to sit that shot bowl, but he got caught wide again on this tight hand. So you can just see the bowl fighting the breeze. Oh, good attempt. His line was good enough. Just not quite the weight. Jason Bartz now, last bowl of the end on the forehand. Just needs to hold a little or sit on something. Oh, very good attempt. Couldn't have played it much better. Still one down, so one more to Phil Brandon, makes it 11-3 after 13 ends. So state championships, this is our first day of triples. We're playing for 2 days in our men's and women's triples. Finals here at Broadbeach tomorrow. And then on Saturday we have the start of the men's and women's fours, which plays through until the finals on Monday. And then next Tuesday we have the start of the pairs competition, which sees men's and women's open and over 60 pairs in action on various clubs throughout the Gold Coast. And also we have singles. The Blue Ribbon event starts the following Friday, which runs through to the finals here at Broadbeach Bowls Club on Sunday. the 22nd. So winners of the men's state triples last year was Barry Lester, Nick Cale and Aaron Sheriff, and they recently went on. So the winners of all our state championships except for the over 60 pairs progressed to the Australian Championships. So we had Aaron Sheriff's team in the Australian Championships, and they were fortunate enough to go through and win the Australian title just recently at the Broadbeach Bowls Club. So well done to those boys. Back here defending their title, minus Barry Lester this year. Barry's over in the UK with the Australian Jackaroos, and the Para Jackaroos playing in some warm-up games, trialling for the Commonwealth Games. So we wish all our Australian bowlers all the best over at the Royal Leamington Spa. Been over there for a few days now, so hopefully they're all going well. See Andrew Wald is coming in there. Weight was pretty good. Just pinched it a little bit tight on that wide hand. See a good shot there from Mark Spring, drawing the shot. Aaron Wall just trying to correct. Drop short, probably just in the road now. Jason Bartz probably needs to come under that last bowl, use it as a guide, try and sit the bowl, trail a jack. Phil Brandon's on the mat first though, got an opportunity to make it 2. He's just promoted his own, Phil Brandon. Not quite enough, though. And he just pinched it tight. Jason Bartz probably needed a little bit more weight as well. Not quite the weight he needed. Phil Brandon just overcorrected here, I think. It's pretty handy home though. Jason Bartz trying to draw around that front short maroon bowl. Just on the draw was the call. Brandon's rink holding 1 at the moment. Just a bit short, so 1 more to Phil Brandon takes him to 12-3 after 14 ends. So 4 ends remaining here in our last sectional game. The state men's triples. We must thank all our host clubs throughout the state championships. So we started with our mixed pairs, Congratulations to Nick Cale and Kelsey Cottrell winning our mixed pairs championships last night in trying conditions. Finished off in the rain. And well done to Sue Brady and John Brolzarolo coming home with a silver medal in a close game in the final. And Sean Ingham and Bolivia Millerick bringing home the bronze over Tim and Eileen Swanson. So you see a good starter there, Darren Black. So our host clubs for the state championships, Paradise Point, Musgrave Hill, Robina Bowls Club, Helensvale, Mermaid Beach and Broadbeach Bowls Club. So thank you to all our host clubs. Musgrave Hill as well, Musgrave Hill Bowls Club, where their women are playing their triples today. So thank you to all our host clubs, their staff and volunteers, greenkeepers, for preparing all the greens and in and out of the rain and trying windy conditions. As we see another great shot here from Darren Black. Two good bowls in the conditions. Andrew Hay just needing about 3 or 4 feet of weight. This needs the wind to blow him back. Not quite. Mark Spring, good line there on the short side. Jason Bartz just calling Aaron Wall down on the tight side there. They've got their own bowl on the way in. Can promote it or just sneak under. Draw the shot. So I mentioned our men's winners earlier. Our women's champions last year was Cheryl Heaps, Ruth Smith and Serena Matthews. So they're our defending champions this year. The year before that, we had a team that won 3 years in a row, which was Jessica Seesum-Waybe, Claire Turley and Chloe Stewart, who won it 3 years in a row prior to that. So a good shot there from Phil Brandon. He's made 3. Big shot here. Sorry, Mark Spring made it 3. Phil's not on the mat yet. But, Jason Bart's team really need to win this end to give them any chance of being able to claw their way back into the game. He just needed the other side of that bowl and got the wrong side. Hasn't made it any easier. So 3 shots to the Brandon rink at the moment. The skip's crossing over. So I mentioned Barry Lester, Nick Cale and Aaron Sheriff won this event last year. The year before was Jay Dorr, Jamie Anderson and Sean Baker. So they were the 2020 champions. Prior to that, 2019, John Bain, Scott De Jong and Eric Johannes. See Phil Brandon from the Musgrave Hill Bowls Club on the mat. Yeah, very good shot. Perfect weight. Made 4. Oh, big bowl here for Jason now on the tight side. He's toying with the tight line. Needs to miss that. Oh, well, he's got one out. Hasn't really made it any easier though. That front bowl's a bit of a problem. Right on the line of trying to play through it. Can play the forehand though, get the bowl jack. See Phil Brandon now trailing the jack himself. It's Probably a bit unfortunate there. He's trailed the jack for 1 down, so big turnaround there. 3 up to 1 down, so 4-shot turnaround. Bit of misfortune there for Phil Brandon, but Jason Bartz just getting caught wide on that tight hand. But they'll take it. 1 shot to Jason. Takes them to 4-12 now after 15 ends. So if you're disappointed with that, Phil, he was a bit unlucky, but he does have an 8-shot margin to play with, so it's not so bad if you're doing those things when you've got a bit of a margin. Nothing worse than when you're holding, when you've got in a close game and something like that happens. So still 12-4 to Phil. But as we mentioned earlier, Scott Franklin on the rink next door from the Burleigh Bowls Club is leading this section with 2 wins after 2 rounds. He's the only 2-game winner. He's got a margin of 30. Phil Brandon has a margin of 15. So Phil's extending his margin. So I just need to try and find out how Scott's going on that rink next door. Try and get a score update if we can. Just found out Scott Franklin's 22-4 up on the rink next door, so looks like they're not going to be beaten at this stage of the game with a few ends to go. So in this section 11, Scott Franklin will go through. Phil Brandon, if he wins this last game, will finish 2nd in the section. So Scott Franklin will go on to play the winner out of section 10, which at the moment Rodney Wood's leading with 2 wins going into the last round. But there's John Hammond closely behind in 2nd, but John Hammond has 7-shot better margin, so it'll be interesting to see what pans out in that section in the last round here this afternoon. Great attempt there from Aaron Wall. Perfect weight, just slid on the wrong side of that bowl. Great, another good 2nd shot, holding 3 seconds now, Jason Bartz. They might even come on the attack now and try and sit that bowl through. It'll be worth 3 or 4, depending how far they get it through. Now's the time to make their move. They need a number. On the forehand now. He can't get too wide on that hand. The debris holding them up. So Mark Spring on the mat now, looking to try and give their 1 shot a friend. It's a bit lonely at the moment. Just needs to stop. Will be a handy home though. They're trying to sit that bowl through. They don't really want to get it onto the jack, otherwise they'll be 2 or 3 down. But it's looking like 2, maybe 2, still 2 seconds. So if you can sit that bowl through, he can make 3. Just pushed it wide on that tight hand again. It's probably made 3 seconds though now. Push one of their own bowls up. So Phil Brandon really needs another bowl in there. Well, it's close. I think he's close for 2. Could get both of those bowls if he gets the right angle. Jason Bartz, he's in the area. Well, he's killed it, so the dead ends here are replayed. So we'll see a replay of this end now. That was probably his best option. If he didn't get 2 bowls, he needed the kill. Try and replay the end. We'll go through some of the other sections. I went through them earlier, but we'll go through them again for anyone that's not long joined us. So section 1, we have a withdrawal from that this morning, late withdrawal. So we've got a section of 3. We've got two 1-game winners playing each other in the last round. So it's Robert Creswell and Max Vitarali playing off for the section. Winner of that game will go through. Section 2, Aaron Sheriff is the only 2-game winner, so he's in the box seat. Section 3, Jacob Nelson, the only 2-game winner with a big margin, so looks like they'll be hard to beat going into the last round. Section 4, Des Can Jr. is the only undefeated team there, but second side of Wilson Alexander has a 2-shot better margin, so Des Can will still need to win that last game. Section 5, we have Ryan Burnett, the only 2-game winner in that section, and a big margin, so sitting pretty good there. Section 6, Gary Law is leading with the only 2-game winner, but Wayne Green in second has a 4-shot better margin, so Gary Law needing to win the last game to win the section. Section 7, Sean Ingham, only 2-game winner with a big margin, so looks like they'll be progressing to our post-sectional. As I mentioned earlier, sections 6 to 11 play a post-sectional game here this afternoon around 4 o'clock. Maybe a touch earlier if we can get them out. Sections 1 to 5 progress to our quarterfinals tomorrow morning. Section 8, we have Ray Glasser, the only undefeated team after 2 rounds, so they're in the box seat. Margins exactly the same as the second place, Michael Davis. Section 9, we have Sean Baker, was on the stream earlier after defeating Scott De Jong, put him as the only 2-game winner, and they've got a 13-shot buffer going into the last round. Section 10, Rodney Wood has won his 2 games, so the only 2-game winner, so in the box seat going into the last round, although John Hammond in second has a 7-shot better margin. 1 loss though. Just repeating section 11, this section, Scott Franklin's won 2 on the rink next door and is having quite a big win in this game. So looks like Scott will progress through this section 11, through to the post-sectional games this afternoon. And our women are playing at the Musgrave Hill Bowls Club today. They're also into their 3rd round. Section 1. We've also had a withdrawal, so there's only 3 teams in Section 1 with Jacinta Weir in front at the moment, but still needs to win her last game to get through. Section 2, Gail Waitai's the only undefeated team heading into the last game, although Linda Brownen has lost a game but has a couple of shots better margin. So we see a good shot there from Mark Spring, right on the line just in front. Take some beating in this wind. It's not easy out there, especially in this direction. Get sort of playing into the breeze on the forehand there. Section 3 of the women, Sue Brady and Sue Jardine are both undefeated and playing each other in the last round. So winner out of that game will progress to the quarterfinals of the ladies tomorrow. It's a great attempt there from Jason Bartz. A little bit unfortunate, didn't quite get it. Still 1 shot to Phil Brandon. Section 4, we've got Susan Kington, the only undefeated team there, and a pretty handy margin as well, so they're in the box seat there. Phil Brandon nearly a little bit fortunate there. Jason will be looking to give it a chance down here. Sit the bowl, trail a jack. He does have the back bowl. If he can get the jack back, we'll sit the bowl for 2. Well, he's a bit unlucky there. It's probably 2 down now. Free shot for Phil Brandon now with the last bowl of the end. Looks he played a nice sort of tight line there, but the wind just died. There has been holding up there with the breeze, but his weight was probably enough. Needed a little bit more breeze. So section 5 of the women, we've got Charmaine Sleeman and Bronwyn Torrens both undefeated going into the last round. So it's 2 shots to Phil Brandon, takes him out to 14-4 after 15 ends. So the winner out of that game will progress to our quarterfinals tomorrow, back at Broadbeach. Section 6, Marie Gibbs, the only undefeated team. So they have a margin of 11 ahead of the second place. So they're looking reasonably good, but still will need to win their last, possibly to get through. And our last section is section of 3. We have 2 one-game winners playing off in the last game, which is Olivia Millerick and Judy Rick doing battle with the winner of that game, progressing to our quarterfinals. As I mentioned earlier, both men's and women's quarterfinals will be back at Broadbeach Bowls Club tomorrow. Quarter, semi and final in action. And then Saturday, a little bit of fortune there for Andrew Hay. The wind got hold of him. He was turning pretty quick, but got a little bit of luck. Trailing by 10 shots. They need a big number here to try and give themselves a chance on the last end. This Saturday we see the start of the men's and women's fours. So the men's sectional is played at Paradise Point and Helensvale Bowls Clubs on Saturday, and the women's sectional will be here at Broadbeach. So we'll be featuring the live streaming of the women's fours here on Saturday. Good weight there, just ducked across again. Bit of breeze blowing across that hand. So we must thank Nick Fisher and Image Property for their sponsorship of this event, and also our mixed pairs, which concluded yesterday afternoon with Nick Cale and Kelsey Cottrell winning the gold. But full credit to Sue Brady and John Bolzarolo reaching the final and taking home the silver after a gallant effort in trying conditions, especially later in the game. But the rain came in and they soldiered on, played some brilliant bowls in the conditions. A bit of wind, bit of rain, but yeah, great final in our mixed pairs. So Nick and Kelsey now progress to the Australian Mixed Pairs Championships, which will be held at Broadbeach Bowls Club in October later this year, along with the singles, pairs, triples and fours winners from our championships will all compete in that Australian Championships. Got Aaron Wall on the mat now. He's just dropped that one a bit short. Beautiful line. Probably holding 2, the Pine Rivers boys. Still a bit of room for Phil Brandon to at least get second shot. Yeah, here on back Phil to draw that second shot at least. Pretty handy lead. Jason really needs to draw 2 of his bowls here to get a 4 to put him in a position to try and draw the game. Just pushed it through. Line was enough for second. Well, interesting choice. Jason playing the tight hand here, playing up through the traffic. Thought he might have stuck to the wider hand, but just didn't quite have the weight. One bowl each left for the skips on our second last end. Yeah, good shot from Phil Brandon. Good second shot there from Phil, so it's helped secure the win. Can't see Jason getting any more than a couple here, or 3 at the most. So he needs a 4 to be able to try and get 6 next end to draw the game. But one shot to Jason takes him to 5 now, 5-14 after 17 ends. So 1 end left to play here in our last game of our men's state championship triples. And then, as I mentioned earlier, following this, around about 4 o'clock, maybe a touch earlier, we'll have a post-sectional game. We have 6 teams playing off in a post-sectional this afternoon to get down to the quarterfinals tomorrow morning. Sections 1 to 5 go through to our finals. Sections 6 to 11 play off again this afternoon in a knockout game. Oh, beautiful line there from Andrew Hay. Just getting caught in that wind. They're pushing up into the breeze on this forehand. So it's blowing sort of diagonally across. Bit of a headwind, bit of a side breeze. You see a great shot there from Darren Black. Very good bowl in the conditions. You see the flags blowing in the background there. Green still running quite well here at Broadbeach Bowls Club. Greenkeepers do a very good job here. 4 beautiful greens. A lot of good comments from a lot of the players, how well the greens have held up. We've had a lot of rain over the last few weeks, including overnight. But still a nice finish on them. Oh, we've got Brian Marshall watching. He's usually here commentating, but I hope you're enjoying a nice break. Brian, having a rest at home, catching up on a few things. I just hope you haven't lost your voice, so we can get you back on the commentary soon. But, on our last end here, Mark Spring on the mat now, playing the forehand up into the breeze. A few of them are just getting caught, pushing up into the breeze here. They're all following the same track. Mark Spring's got through it. Made 2, maybe 3 now. I think Aaron Wall have changed hands now. They're going to play up the backhand. Looking to sit the bowl, trail the jack. It's on a pretty good line here. Needs his jack. Yeah, good shot. He can play a nice positive tight line up there on the tight hand. Picked the line well. A little bit stiff not to stay with it, but he's opened it up. So just plenty of room now for the skips. 1 bowl left from Mark Spring as the third. Looks a pretty good track. Yeah, beautiful line there. Had to pick the new track out there on the tight hand, which he nailed the line just a touch quick. I must thank our sponsors, Nick Fisher of the men's and women's triples event, as well as the mixed pairs. Back again after sponsoring last year. We value Nick's support. Good supporter of the game, also at club level as well. Nick Fisher and Image Property Major Events Gold Coast and Broadbeach Bowls Club, sponsors of our state championships. So Jason just pushed a little bit long and wide, but it might have been enough for shot. Still a bit of room though for Phil Brandon. Good line, needs to stop though. Just a little bit through. Still one to Jason. He's just tried to take that little bit of weight off and overcorrected, unfortunately. Had a beautiful line. So Phil Brandon now with the last bowl. He's overcorrected as well, so his line was probably good enough. Not quite the weight. So I say it could be one, maybe two to Jason Bartz. So they all shake hands to finish our sectional play. So all the games are finished now on our back green. So once all the scores are collated, we'll be back out here for our post-sectional play. We've got three games on here, 6 teams playing off to try and get down to our quarterfinals tomorrow. So I believe that our next game on the stream will be Section 6 versus Section 7. So at this stage, going into the last game, Gary Law was leading Section 6 and Sean Ingham was leading Section 7. So there's a good possibility that that will be our game, pending how they're travelling at the moment in this third round. So we'll just collate all our scores. So sections 1 to 5 winners here at our men's triples will progress to the quarterfinals here at Broadbeach in the morning. Sections 6 to 11 coming out to play a post-sectional game roughly in about 20 or 30 minutes, and then the winners of those 3 rinks will progress to our quarterfinals tomorrow. We have 7 women's triples playing off at Musgrave Hill this afternoon. They're just finishing off their sectional play. So they had 7 sections. All those 7 section winners will progress to our quarterfinals here tomorrow morning at Broadbeach Bowls Club. So thank you to everyone for tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors, Nick Fisher and Image Property, Major Events Gold Coast and Broadbeach Bowls Club for being a great host. And thank you to Robbie Allen and the Gold Coast media team for bringing our coverage these championships and every day. We've had a little bit of a challenge with a couple of cameras getting wet yesterday afternoon, so hopefully a bit of maintenance we can get them up and running. But I just got the cameras booked in to get fixed tomorrow, so we still have 2 cameras still running at the moment. So one that's able to be moved, the other one's more a manual camera. So we'll keep trying to progress with those, get the other couple fixed, and so if everyone can just bear with us until we get those other cameras online, and then yeah, but so there's yeah, we've got another 2 cameras ordered on the way, brand new ones, and we're also endeavouring to get 2 cameras fixed as well that were unfortunately a little bit of rain damage. So thanks for Robbie. He's been busy trying to organise all those sort of things to get fixed up. So we'll have a quick break now, and we'll be back for the men's triples post-sectional rounds in around 20 to 30 minutes.
There is no other place in the world like our city. We're unique, vibrant, and a little unexpected. We're so much more than sand, surf, and sports. We're for telling local tales, unearthing hidden gems, and sharing the stories of spectacular people. As a young city in transformation, the best is yet to come. We are Gold Coast.
lawn bowls. Wish I found it earlier. What a game.